So to start out, let's go into a really narrow leg founder. Feet pretty close together. Knees bent, press the hips back pretty far, push the arms straight back behind you. Press your knees back a little bit further, Dustin. Make sure you focus. Your knees want to be back behind the ankles or just directly over the ankles the whole time you're doing this. A lot of extension in the spine. Open up your chest as much as possible. So really press the shoulders back. Slowly bring the arms all the way up. As you do that, press your hips back just a little bit further. Arch your back a little more, reach your arms up a little higher. Hold that spot. That's as far as you can go. Start pressing your chest down a little bit lower. Keep the knees slightly bent while you're doing this. Your back stays completely straight. As your chest comes down, the hips come back. Keep pulling down a little further, a little more. Take a big breath in. Stretch all the way down. You're going to hold the stretch down here for about 10 seconds or so. Just take a big breath in, relax. Go ahead and bend your knees just a little bit further. Press your hands into your shins. Pull your shoulders back, open up your chest, lift your head up. Slide your straight arms up to the top of the knees. Good. Push the arms straight back behind you. Press the knees back a little bit further. Your weight should be all the way back on your heels on this one. Lift your chest up a little higher. Slowly bring the arms all the way up. We're going to hold at the top here for about 10 seconds. You should have a lot of tension right at the base of the spine, right in here. Okay, go ahead and stand all the way up. Bring your legs about shoulder width apart, maybe a little bit wider. We're going to go into 10 deep squats here. The first part of the deep squat, the most important part, before you do anything, you're going to pull your hips back as far as you can. As your hips start coming down, the arms come forward, knees stay back, arms come in on the way up. So go ahead and go 10 of these. On the last 2 of these deep squats, you're going to hold for 10 seconds in an isometric. Remember, arms come forward on the way down, in on the way up. So on number 9 and 10, you're going to drop down as low as you can. Press your knees together slightly. Push your hips back a little bit further. Reach the arms up as high as you can and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All the way up. Come all the way back down. So this is on number 10 right now. Press the knees together. Press the hips back. Lift the arms up a little higher. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stand all the way up. Shake your arms out, shake your legs out a little bit. So we're going to go into some lunge stretches now. Bring your right leg forward, left leg back. You don't want your front knee bent all that much. You want not quite 90 degrees, knee is slightly back behind the ankle. Bring your chest up, pull yourself back over your hips just a little bit. Bring both arms straight up. Lean back just a little further. Pull your chest back as far as you can behind your hips. And go ahead and side bend away from your back leg so you're going towards the right. Pull your chest back a little further as you do that. You want to make sure that you're pulled back as far as possible here. So pull your chest back a little more. You want to open up and you want to feel the stretch going all the way down here while you're doing this. Keep that right leg forward. Come back to the center. Bring your arms across your chest. You're going to square that right hip up. So you're going to pull your butt back a little further. Straighten that right leg just a little. Keep your spine completely straight. Press your chest straight down. Don't let the knee come forward at all. Push the arms straight out ahead of you. Lift the arms up a little higher, arch your back a little more, and hold that spot. So again, the knee is not moving at all. You're going to have a lot of tension at the hamstring, the upper hamstring of the right leg right now. Lift up a little higher. Bring your arms back straight in front of you, and go ahead and rotate all the way to the right. As soon as you go as far as you can, you're going to keep your hands pretty close together. Arch your back a little more at the end. 10 seconds right here. Come back to the center. Lift the arms all the way up. Stand all the way up. Let's go left leg forward, right leg back. Same thing here. So first part, pull your chest back. Bring both arms straight up. Reach back as far as you can. Pull back all the way. As soon as you get that extension, go ahead and pull all the way to the left. So again, you're stretching away from the back leg. Pull your shoulders back a little further. Keep your head up real high. Come back to the center. Arms across your chest. Square that left hip up. Press your chest down a little lower. Keep your spine straight. Keep your shoulders back as tight as you can. Keep pressing down. Build that stretch at the back of the hamstring. Push the arms straight out in front of you. Reach up as high as you can. Arch your back just a little more and hold. 10 seconds right here. Dustin, bend your knee just a little more. Right there. Arch a little higher. Good. Go ahead and push the arms straight out in front of you. Rotate all the way to the left, as far as you can go. Keep the arms pretty close together. Keep pulling a little further. Arch your back a little more. Perfect, right there. Keep your head up, keep your shoulders back. Good. Come back to the center. Lift the arms all the way up, stand all the way up. Okay, for this last one, you're gonna go legs real wide. You wanna be a good few feet apart. Knees bent, hips back, push the arms back, chest up real high. You're gonna hold that spot about 10 seconds. Start pressing your chest down just a little bit lower. Slowly bring the arms all the way up. As you do this, you want to press the hips back a little more, all the way back on the heels. Start bringing your chest all the way down to the floor. Bring both arms all the way down. Walk your hands out in front of you about 3 or 4 inches. Put just a little bit of weight into your hands while you're doing this. Keep your knees bent the whole time. That's the key here. Make sure that both knees are bent the whole time you're doing this. Keep your right arm down directly below your chest. Bring the left arm all the way up in the air. As you do that, press the weight back a little further over the heels and hold. Good. Something that a lot of people do when they're doing this is they try to pull up from about here. That really closes your chest off quite a bit. Make sure the shoulder is all the way up, straight above your head, and just rotate as far as you can from the torso. Bring both arms down. You're going to tense up in the center for just a few seconds, so just pull those shoulders back, lift just a couple inches up, press all the way back down. Let's go left arm down, right arm up. Same thing, knees stay bent, hips are pushing back as far as possible. Bring that shoulder up as high as you can and hold. Keep holding there. Okay, both arms down. Knees bent just a little bit further. Shoulders back, chest up. Walk your hands back to your shins if you can. Slide up to the top of the knees. Push the arms straight back. Slowly bring the arms all the way up. 5 more seconds there. Go ahead and stand up. Good. Shake your legs off a little bit. So we're going to go 3 rounds of what we just did. That was the first round. We're just going to go through that 2 more times in a row. Okay? So we're going to start this next round with a little bit of a wider founder. So feet about shoulder width apart. Knees bent, hips back. Push the arms back. Start bringing your chest down a little lower. Good. Keep coming down a little bit more. Push the hips back as far as you can. Slowly bring the arms all the way up. As soon as you get to the top, you're going to hold. Right there. Press the chest down a little lower. Get that hamstring stretch to build. Shift that weight back on your heels a little bit further. Bend the knees just a little more. As soon as you shift that weight back as far as you can, try to straighten your knees just a little. Right there. You're going to feel a little shake go into the hamstrings here. Take a big breath in. On the exhale, stretch all the way down. Bend the knees, hands on the shins, shoulders back, chest up, slide up to the top of your knees. Push the arms straight back behind you, chest up a little higher. Open up your chest as much as possible here. Slowly bring the arms all the way up. Good. Go ahead and stand all the way up. Kick your heels out just a little bit wider, maybe another 5 or 6 inches. So not the whole foot, not just the heel, sorry. We're going to go right back into 10 deep squats. On the last 2 deep squats, again, we're going to do that isometric. So first, 10 fluid deep squats. Hips come back first, arms come forward, arms come in. Hips back, arms forward, arms in. Perfect. Down, press the knees together, push the hips back, lift the arms as high as you can. When you squeeze the knees together, you want to feel a little bit of a contraction right at the front of the hips here. Go ahead and stand up, go right back into another one. Press the knees together, push the hips back, lift the arms up, hold right there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, all the way up. Good. Let's go right leg forward, left leg back into the lunge. Both arms straight up. Hinge back over the hips. Push your knee back a little bit, Peter. Right there. Good. Go ahead and side bend away from the back legs. You're going towards the right again. Pull the arms back a little further. Keep your head up as high as you can. When you pull forward like this, it totally changes the dynamic of what's going on at the hips. Pull back into extension as much as possible the whole time. Keep your head up too. Come back to the center, arms across your chest, square that right hip up. Press your chest forward as far as you can, keeping the spine completely straight. Push the arms straight out ahead of you. Arch your back, reach up as high as you can. Press your chest down a little lower. Lift the arms a little higher. Go ahead and rotate all the way to the right. Keep the arms somewhat close together. Arch the back a little bit more as soon as you get as far as you can. 10 seconds right here. Good. Go ahead and come back to the center. Reach all the way back. Switch legs. Both arms straight up. Good. Pull your chest back. Full extension here. Take a big breath in. Try to reach back a little further on the exhale. Go ahead and side bend away from the back leg. You're going towards the left. Keep your head up. Keep your shoulders back. Stay balanced here. If we're losing it in the video, I don't know what's going to happen on the other end. Come back to the center. Square the hip up. Arms across your chest. Press that hip way back. Left hip way back. Keep your chest up. Back straight. Press the chest all the way down. Push the arms straight forward. Reach up as high as you can. Arch your back as much as you can. Where you're looking for this, you want to feel a stretch right under here. That's where all this force is going to be concentrated. Press your chest down a little lower. Arms up a little higher. Rotate all the way to the left. As far as you can. Keep going. Right there. Arch your back just a little bit more. 10 seconds right here. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back to the center. Reach up, stand up. Let's go back into a windmill. Legs wide. Try to go a little wider on each one of these. Don't lose your stability. Just a little bit wider on each time, a couple inches. Knees bent, hips back, push the arms straight back. Chest up high. Open up your shoulders as much as you can. Bend the knees just a little bit more on this one. Push the hips back a little further, bring the arms all the way forward. As soon as you lean back as far as you're able to, try to straighten your legs just slightly. You won't be able to go fully straight. Big breath in. On the exhale, stretch all the way down. All right, let's keep, what's that?
Stay straight or can we round?
You can round at this point. The idea is to keep your back as straight as possible the whole time you're doing this, but there are certain positions like this one where it's just not going to happen. Keep your left arm down this time. Bring your right arm all the way up. Bend the knees a bit further. As soon as you get to the top, push that weight back a little further. Try to straighten the legs just a little. Another 5 seconds here. 4, 3, 2, 1. Both arms down. Tense up in the center here again, just a couple seconds. You don't have to lift the arms up off the floor, just a little tension. Relax back down. Right arm stays down, left arm up. Bend the knees a little bit further as soon as you get to the top. Push that weight back over the heels. Try to straighten your legs just a little. If you have trouble pushing your weight back, walk your hand forward a couple more inches, and that will give you a little bit more stability in that. Both arms down. Bend the knees a bit further. Shoulders back. Hands on the shins. Chest way up. Push the arms straight back. You're going to hold here 10 seconds. A lot of tension at the lower spine here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the arms all the way up. 10 seconds here. Chest up a little higher. This should be tough. You should be shaking at this point. 3, 2, 1. Stand up. Slowly. One more round. Trying to make you sweat. Doesn't happen easy. Not going to happen.
Unless you do big ones.
Yeah, right. It's getting there. All right, last round, we're gonna start with a little bit of a wider founder here. So feet, a little bit narrower, Dustin. You wanna be about a foot past your shoulder width. And on this one, I want you to have your heels pointed out slightly and your toes pointed in just a little bit. So you're gonna pigeon toe just slightly, about an inch. Bend the knees, push the hips back. You're gonna feel a stretch go a bit more to the outer leg here. Push the arms straight back behind you, chest up a little higher, hold right there. Press the hips back a little further, bring the arms all the way forward. 5 seconds at the top right here. Really tense up as much as possible. 4, 3, 2, 1, stretch all the way down. Let your back round, let everything just hang. Keep that weight back on your heels. Take about 10 seconds or so down here just to breathe. Okay, bend the knees just a bit further. Walk your hands back towards your shins. Shoulders back, chest up. Slide up to the top of your knees. Push the arms straight back behind you. Open up your shoulders as much as you can. If you feel like you're hugging your neck here, if you're in this position, you kind of have really tight traps, press your shoulders all the way down towards your butt as hard as you can. Lengthen your neck as much as possible, and then pick the arms up a little higher. Slowly bring the arms all the way forward. Reach up a little higher, up, up, up. Right there. 3, 2, 1. Stand up. Let your heels come in just a bit. You're going to keep your legs a little bit wider for these next squats. So toes should be ducked out just slightly. Yeah, just like that.
Stay wide?
Stay pretty wide. Yeah, you don't have to be quite that wide, but you want to be a little wider than you were in the other squats. So we're going again, 10 deep squats, hips back, arms forward, arms in. Hips back first. Go for it. Come down, arms out, up, arms in. Down, arms out, up, arms in. Again, on the last two, we're holding that isometric. The whole key here, more than anything, is that your knees are barely coming forward at all. As you press up, you want to be pressing up from your heels, not from the midfoot. You don't want to feel all that much in your quads. As soon as you get to that last couple, press the knees together pretty hard, push the hips back, lift the arms up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stand up. One more. Right back down. Press down a little lower. Press the knees together. Hips back as far as you can. Arms up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All the way up. Take a deep breath for a second. Okay, let's go into the lunges. Right leg forward, left leg back. Keep your knee back a little further, Peter. Both arms straight up. Hinge back just a bit. So for this one, I don't want you pressing back quite as far into extension. We're going to focus more on the lateral flexion here, the side bending. So your chest should be about this far. You don't want to press all the way back like you were before. Go right into that side bend, towards the right. What I want you to do now is pull your left shoulder back just a little bit to make you rotate a little bit to the left, and then try to open up a little bit further. So go back to the center for a second. Pull this, go back, go to the side. Pull this left shoulder back, so you're going to rotate the hip just slightly, and then press away from it a little further. Peter, keep your knee back. Press that right knee back a little more. Come back to the center. Arms across your chest. Square that right hip up. Pull back as far as you can. Press your chest down. Shoulders back a little tighter. Push the arms straight forward. From here, press your chest down as low as you can. Keep coming, keep coming. Hold that spot, rotate all the way across the right. This one's going to be a little bit more challenging. The lower you are here, the more it's going to isolate right into that outer right hip, which is what we're looking for. 5 more seconds here. 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back to the center. Stand all the way up. Shake that right leg out a little bit. When you're ready, go into the left leg forward. Same thing on this lunge. You're not pulling back quite as far. You want to be in a light extension, not all the way back. Both arms straight up. Pull your chest back a little further. Go ahead and side bend to the left. Good. So before you do that, pull your right shoulder back a little bit, or left shoulder back a little bit first. Pull back a little further. Get that side stretch, and now go into pulling that right shoulder back. Right shoulder back towards me. There you go. Press the arms up, head up. Come back to the center. Arms across your chest. Pull the shoulders back as tight as you can. Keep your head up. Press your chest down. Good. Push the arms straight forward. Don't worry about reaching up. Just press your chest down as low as you can. As soon as you get as low as you're able to, rotate all the way to the left, all the way across. As soon as you get as far as you can, arch your back just a little bit more. So you're lifting your chest up a little higher. Hold right there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to the center. Stand up. Last one, windmill stretch. This is the finisher.
Wide as you can?
Wide as you can. Wide as you can without screwing yourself up. Don't hurt yourself.
Depends on the sweat on my feet.
Yeah.
So,
Do what's comfortable for you here. There's no competition with this.
yeah.
Yeah, there is. There is. If you're Peter Park, there's competition for it. Press your hips back a little further. Chest down, arms back. There's no competition here, but you better win. Press the hips back a little further. Slowly bring the arms all the way up. As you do that, again, you're going to bring the hips back a little more. That's going to change that center of gravity and allow you to press back a little further. Big deep breath in, tense up a little harder. On the exhale, stretch all the way down. Walk your hands forward just a bit. Pull the hips back further. Keep the right arm down, bring the left arm up. Rotate as far as you can. 5 more seconds there. We're not holding as long on this one. 3, 2, 1. Both arms down. Tense up for just a second. Back down. Left arm stays down, right arm up. Press the hips back. Right there. Good. 3, 2, 1. Both arms down. Walk the hands back, bend the knees, hands on the shins, slide up, push the arms back. Slowly bring all the way forward. 5 seconds right here. 3, 2, 1, all the way up. Good. So that's disc 1. That was good.